This is the place with the strongest car repair skills in the world. Even a truck that has been totaled can be transformed into a premium vehicle by the craftsman here. This time a semi-trailer has entered the repair shop. There are two types of car repairs here. One is roadside emergency repairs. The other is bringing the vehicle to the repair shop. The vehicle's front end and flatbed were brought in together, which shows how severely damaged this trailer is. Even the front axle of the body has fallen off. The flatbed part couldn't be used for normal transportation, so it was hauled back upside down. The master specially brought two cranes to unload the cargo. After unloading, the flatbed needs to be flipped over for easier subsequent repairs. Looking at the flatbed up close, it's still quite sturdy with no significant damage to the body. The most severe damage is actually to the front of the vehicle. The front is the main focus of this repair. The primary impact point was on the left side of the front. Although the outer shell was deformed, the interior space of the cabin wasn't compressed. The protruding bumper played a major role in absorbing the impact. Since no suitable front end could be found, the master had to repair it using traditional methods. First, the exterior parts of the front end need to be removed. The auxiliary water tank and brake pump weren't damaged. Next, the master removes the interior of the cab. Even though the front was deformed, the entire disassembly process was meticulous with as many usable parts retained as possible. The interior of the truck is often quite extravagant. Once the interior was removed, the front end could be taken off and lifted to a separate area for repairs. The work division is very detailed. These two masters are responsible for repairing the outer shell of the front. Once the interior was completely removed, the master directly brought out a manual hoist. Using the manual hoist, he pulls the deformed steel plates back. The master is working on a repair platform. Once the front is fixed to the platform, the master can start the repairs. Next, a jack is used to support the right column. Since the left column is missing, the front end is slightly tilted. At this point, a spray gun is used for heating. This method is used to straighten the front. The same method is applied to support the left side. Then the spray gun is used to heat the deformed area. Meanwhile, a small hammer is used to adjust the frame back into place. Next, the master uses the manual hoist to fully secure the bottom of the front end. This is done to adjust the height of the front. A support rod is used to hold up the top, and the deformed area is hammered back into shape. Since the left side is severely deformed, the inner steel plate must be removed first, then hammered back into place bit by bit. Next, the broken areas are welded back together. This repair work is very time-consuming. Without patience, this job can't be done. The left front skeleton was completely destroyed. A horizontal beam was welded in place to restore the strength of the front face. The left column was also repaired using welding. Then the master installs a new door, as the original one was totaled. A similar door was found and installed, and it fits well. The floorboard on the passenger side was cut out by the master. Since the deformation was too severe, the metal couldn't be saved. It had to be welded back with a new steel plate. The result after welding is very good. If you don't look closely, it's hard to tell the difference from the original. At this point, the connection on the A-pillar was still incomplete. But this minor issue didn't faze the master. He directly welded a piece of iron at the corner. It doesn't matter if this repair method is reliable or not. As long as it can be repaired, that's good enough. Next, the master uses a small hammer to make fine adjustments, hammering out all the bumps and hollows. Of course, the most worrying part is the installation of the windshield. Whether the master's metalworking skills are good enough will be determined by whether the windshield can be installed properly. At this stage, the metalwork on the front is done. The front end is reinstalled onto the frame. You can see that the frame has been fully repaired and the steering wheel is installed. The front wheel and steering linkage are also attached. The vehicle shell has weld marks everywhere, so the master uses an angle grinder to smooth out the welds. When installing the seals, the master finds they don't fit, so the glass has to be removed. The top height is adjusted using a support rod. Then a horizontal beam is installed to reinforce the top. The rear part of the truck's cabin is lifted. This is usually a custom modification done by the master and is installed behind the front cabin so the driver can rest. To achieve the best repair result, the master uses putty to fill in gaps. After the putty dries, it's sanded down. This ensures that the putty is shaped to match the original vehicle. For young apprentices work together on sanding, showing how much labor it takes to repair this vehicle. This is a gasoline-powered air compressor. Frequent power outages here make the gasoline-powered compressor essential, as it can be used anytime. The compressor is started to spray paint the body. This is just the primer. The repair process here is strange. After the paint dries, they apply a second layer of putty on top of the paint, just like layering clothes for winter. Finally, a layer of regular car paint is sprayed. Since the base work was solid, the final paint job looks great. The masters here are very particular about painting the vehicle with artwork. Plain colored vehicles are simply not their style. It's said that without artwork they can't get any orders. What's even more extreme is that they painted a huge circle on the glass. This large area decoration surely affects the driver's view. I strongly suspect that many of the accidents here are caused by such inappropriate decorations. A wooden bench is installed behind the driver's seat. This was originally owned by the driver and needs to be put back in place. The driver's seat has been refurbished. A brand new leather cover was installed, making it look very luxurious. Soon the vehicle will be ready. The front style is nearly the same as the original. Only the details of the artwork are more pronounced. pronounced. Such complex decorations, I've only seen in computer games. With that, the repair of this total loss vehicle is complete. What do you think of the repair master's skills here? Follow my channel for more exciting content in the next episode.